nice to see people, because when I go to the market and when I go shopping, I see people I cannot recognize because they have masks on their faces. Nothing wrong with wearing masks if you want to or something like that, but our governor wants to put up masks on us to dehumanize us. So we do not recognize each other. We get away from each other. And we cannot do this, what we are doing today. His new orders, again, are that he is going to indefinitely postpone all these restrictions. We are not going to be moving to the next phase. So we need to vote the right way and get these people in office who are going to look at us as people, as citizens of this state, and who care for us, who care for our communities. Because we are not a community if we are standing 6 feet apart from each other. We are a community when we sit like this, when we raise our voices like this. So please tell your relatives, your friends who have not voted yet, who are the people they need to vote for. Next is Jeff Brewer. Woo!
Thank you. I'm Jeff Brewer. I'm running for the Legislative District 1, Position 2. So that's Bothell, Brewer, Mount Lake Terrace, unincorporated south of Snohomish. So I want to share a couple conversations I had with people this week that really, it's just frankly, continue to disturb me a little bit. First was with a Snohomish County deputy, a guy I've got to know pretty well over the past several years. He's been a sheriff for 31 years, and he decided this week, he's going to retire. And I asked him why. It's like, you know what? I'm being vilified. I've been in this job for a long time. I want to help people, and the job has changed, and he just feels he's being vilified. The whole job has just been turned on what he does. And this is probably one of the greatest police officers I've ever met, and really just an amazing, kind human being. And he's no longer being a cop because of how things have changed. And that's disturbing, frankly, that we are not supporting our police officers. And let me also say this too. So there's a lot of people talking about that we have bad cops. I want to be very clear, we do not have a single bad police officer. We have bad people who happen to be a police officer, but there's also bad people that are doctors, lawyers, baggers at Fred Meyer. We don't have bad cops, we have bad people that happen to have a job. So let's just go over that whole thing. Second conversation I had was with a business owner, and he owns several franchise restaurants, national franchise restaurants around the area. And one of his locations is downtown Seattle on 3rd and Pine. And he was telling me this week that he's going to close the location. And I know this is probably one of the best locations he's had, very profitable. It's like, well, why are you closing it? This has been a huge location for you. And he said, Jeff, listen, here's the deal. I have vandalism, I have protesters going in there, I have graffiti on my windows all the time, I've had people shot and murdered on my sidewalk in front, and of course now, we don't have anybody going downtown Seattle. Seattle's just decimated, there's no sales at all. And now, so he has to sell because we're just going to close the location because, again, it's destroyed his business for what's going on in Seattle. Now, granted, this is not Seattle, this is much nicer up here in Everett and Snohomish and all the other areas. But here's the thing, what's happening in Seattle is moving north. It's spreading all over the place. Seattle is running our state. That has to stop. I do not stand for pretty much anything going on in Seattle at all. We need to support our businesses. We need to support our police officers. We should not be penalized for driving a car. We need to change this stuff. So guys, get out there, vote. Let's vote the state, because the state we can change. If we vote as Republicans for the state, we can control Seattle. We can just totally squash everything that they are doing. So that's what I'm running. Again, Jeff Brewer. Website is voteforjeff.com. And like any of the other guys here talking, we can definitely use your donations because we got some big battles to take back this state. Thank you very much.